Hello, welcome to day 2 of the America's Lodging Investment Summit here in downtown LA. I'm Ryan Roten, senior reporter for Hotel News Now. I'm here with Jeff Higley, editorial director, and Stephanie Ricca, editor-in-chief. One of the main things I noticed during discussions today and even yesterday was hoteliers are excited about the economy. They see things are improving. They're really excited about what the recently passed tax bill means. They're hoping that means more money in everyone's pockets, and that disposable income will likely go to more experiences rather than just paying for material goods. And more experiences sometimes translates into more travel, which means staying at hotels. Now, the other side of this is a better economy means less unemployment, and everyone is feeling that pinch in the hotel industry because that means fewer people that they're able to attract to work in their hotels, which means they have to raise wages to either attract new employees or retain them. The other area that's hurting them in terms of labor is on the construction side, because they're finding it harder to get enough workers there who can actually handle these kind of projects, which in turn causes delays and prices to increase, which in turn leads to less profitability. Steph, what did you see today?
Brian, there are a lot of sides to that coin, and to riff off of what you said, I noticed this afternoon, Chad Crandall of CHM Warnick moderated a great panel this afternoon, and he asked a question that I thought was, really indicative. He said to the owners and managers on the panel, think back about a year ago and how you felt going into 2017, and then compare that to how you feel going into 2018. And they all unanimously said they feel much more optimistic now going into 2018 than they did even last year, which was a pretty good year by all accounts. And one of the specifics that they gave was they all talked about that uptick of group business that they noticed very nicely in the last couple months of 2017 that, really they said proved that point that corporations are spending, consumers are spending, and they're seeing that reflected in group business. There was one great quote from Mike Barnello, though, from LaSalle Hotel Properties, and I wrote it down to say it. He really tempered that optimism a little bit. He said, a lot of things look good and better than they did a year ago. GDP outlook looks good, which you mentioned. Corporate profits are good. Everyone feels good. But at the moment, it's still TBD. That TBD that a lot of those owners and managers talked about was pricing power. They all talked about this year being the year to really, hopefully make that happen. Jeff, what did you think?
Yeah, I think there's some interesting side notes, Stephen, what you said on top of what Brian said. And I think one of the things that's TBD is when you're talking about GDP, what's that going to do to the rate of inflation? And we've heard some things where there may be interest rate increases once a quarter, for the next 8 quarters. So how is the inflation rate going to play? And if that starts growing, maybe it wipes away some of that consumer confidence that they're getting with, supposedly from the tax bill. So that'll be interesting to see. Now, to take it a little bit of a different approach from the economic talk here, the one thing that I keep hearing here is, talked about it yesterday, wrote about it yesterday, there's no fear. And value add opportunities are starting to go away in a big way. So what people are talking about now seems to be more about unique opportunities, where you have unique opportunities in food and beverage. I was talking with Patrick Denahan from Denahan Hotels and Resorts. They just announced the James Washington that's going to be built. And it's all about F&B there. It's all about providing that. Talked also to Alex Tisch from Lowe's, and some of the things they're doing in conjunction with some baseball teams, as well as their project still down in Orlando. He kept talking about the advent of convention center hotels. You've got Nashville and Austin and Indianapolis and Cleveland, and those are all publicly funded type properties. And cities now aren't afraid to put out some subsidies and incentives for people to come and build those hotels. And certainly, last but not least, Ellie Malouf from IHG was talking about yesterday, the opportunity for their Kimpton brand and that unique boutique opportunity where it's all about now they can, consumers can book on the IHG site. They can book Kimpton properties, and that's going to open up that avenue for a lot more consumers to experience that boutique the original boutique, if you will. And you know, those opportunities, those unique opportunities are certainly there. So you know, people are looking for those unique opportunities in place of some of the value add that's gone away, and we're going to see how that all develops over the course of the next 12 to 18 months. It's certainly going to be interesting. So stay tuned. We'll be at conferences throughout the year. This is Jeff Higley, Stephanie Ricca, Brian Roten from Hotel News Now, signing off at ALIS 2018.